Georgia. And certainly a pleasure to have him with us here again today. One of the things that I've been asked during the past week, Tommy, of course, last week we were tremendously honored when the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Georgia was here, and the governor has made you an honorary colonel and his staff. One question, however, that a lot of people have asked me, of course, they all remember the problems you went through with that knee. How's that knee coming along now?
Well, Gordon, you know, I took some time off and went home and been doing some jogging, been doing some leg exercises and working out. And, you know, I feel like it's 100%, 110% even. You know, I feel like I'm ready to go. It's good to be back in Georgia. And I just think it's all there, and I think everything's all right. Everything feels good.
Well, I know one thing is you can tell by the crowd here, everybody's exceptionally pleased about that. There's something about Tommy Rich. He has a charisma that very, very few athletes have, but you couple that with great ability in the ring.
Well, thank you very much. You know, Gordon, I just like to say, you know, the people, it's been unreal coming back. The people's been fantastic, you know, and just like I said, I've been home, I've been working out, and it's just good to be back here in Georgia. And I'm looking forward to some super competition. I've seen the competition that they got here, and I'm just looking forward to getting in the middle of all of it.
Well, you're coming up against some very tough competition in just a moment, and Kevin Sullivan.
Yes, you know, I used to ride in the car with him, Gordon. I know him pretty good, and I'm just looking forward to getting in there. I'll find out how bad he really is.
Well, he's a man that's exceptionally dangerous in the ring, but Tommy, I know, of course, that with the conditioning you do, and of course you have that electrifying vertical body block that has done you so much good.
Yes, I've been real fortunate with that, and I've been working on a few other holds, and I feel like I've got it all together, and I think this will be a good test right here with Kevin Sullivan. I'll find out how much I do have it together.
Okay, thank you so very much. Tommy Wildfire Rich, and he's going to the ring at this time, so let's turn it over to our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match won't fall a 10-minute time limit. From Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 218 pounds, the Boston battler, Kevin Sullivan. His opponent from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 229 pounds, Wildfire, Tommy Rich.
Tommy Rich against Kevin Sullivan, and what a matchup this is. An outstanding, this should be an outstanding match. Kevin Sullivan, the Boston battler, double tough, and he takes it right to Tommy Rich, and Rich takes him right back into the turnbuckle. And you can see how quickly the tempers flared automatically. Duck under, go behind, takedown, and an attempted ride by Sullivan, but Rich broke free. Rich feinted to the shoulder, dropped down, a single leg pickup. Into the ropes, and the referee calls for the break. Boy, you talk about two electric competitors. You've got it in these two. Good side headlock by Tommy Wildfire Rich. And a shortcut by Sullivan and Rich. That temper getting the best of him momentarily, and that's where a mistake can be made. That's something that every wrestler realizes, that hot temper can get you in trouble in that ring. Get a little over-anxious, a little over-eager, move in on the man, make a mistake, and it can be all over. That count of three can be very, very short. Side headlock now by Kevin Sullivan. Crowd picking up a chant, go Tommy, go. Off the ropes, and it is Sullivan catching him a good shoulder smash. Rich drops to the canvas. Sullivan up and over on his man. Good leapfrog by Tommy Rich. Caught his man coming off the ropes. Drops him to the canvas, a good arm drag takedown. Another arm drag takedown by Tommy Wildfire Rich and Sullivan. Wait a minute. Sullivan outside the ring. Being caught by Tommy Rich in those two arm drag takedowns, bothering his back somewhat. All right, steps back into the ring. Sullivan, outstanding muscular conformation and definition. Sullivan now, arm drag and twist. And it's Rich breaking it up, and Rich back on his feet very quickly. Once again, they meet, collar and elbow. And it's Sullivan with a variation of a fireman carry takedown. Rich hooks him into a head scissors. Sullivan powers out. Rich back on his feet very quickly. So is Sullivan. Tommy Rich, one of the most modest young men I've ever known. Great, great athlete. And Sullivan stalks his man. Sullivan, good back out by Rich as Sullivan tried to sweep an ankle. All right, Rich into those ropes now, and the referee calls for the break. Good clean break. Sullivan backs away. Tommy Rich watching his man. Collar and elbow once again, and once again. Back to the ropes. The referee again calls for the break. Ooh! And it was Sullivan catching Rich on the break. And that's the thing that Sullivan will do. He'll lull you into that false sense of security, and suddenly he'll Sunday punch you, and that's exactly what he did in Sullivan now. Really beginning to punish Tommy Rich. Tommy comes out before the count could really get started, however. And it's Sullivan now. Every bit of heavy artillery he's got, he's unloading on Tommy Rich. Rear chinlock, and Rich trying to break it up. Sullivan using the back of the elbow. Off the rope, Sullivan caught him again. To the Boston battler using that right hand. Lateral press. Rich powers out before the count of 3. It was on the 2 count. Rich now catches him to the midsection. Rich is caught on the forehead, and it is Rich letting fly with one to the side of the jaw that staggers Sullivan. And Rich catches him again in the midsection. Rich pings him up. A full slam. Tommy Rich comes off the ropes, catches him with that elbow. Float over into a lateral press. It is Sullivan powering out before the count of 3. Rich hooked that arm, scored the takedown, and Sullivan back on his feet very quickly. Boy, and you talk about two athletes in tremendous condition. These two are. Sullivan pounding away, and Rich retaliating. Rich catches him now. Another hard right hand to the side of the head, and again Sullivan outside the ring. All right, Sullivan back into the ring now. Tommy Rich, they're into those ring ropes. And it was Sullivan driving a knee on the break. Drives a knee into those femoris muscles. And now Tommy Wildfire Rich explodes. Tommy Wildfire Rich, and that's what I'm talking about. He's got that wildfire coursing through his body now. Whips him off. Missed with that drop kick. He missed, and this could spell a lot of trouble for Rich. And Sullivan. Sullivan after that knee. Kevin Sullivan, knowing of the problems that Tommy Rich has had with that knee, is after that knee, and Rich has got some problems now. And Kevin Sullivan now punishing the leg and the knee of Tommy Wildfire Rich. Sullivan punishes it more. And so Sullivan, a tremendous opportunist here, goes into the spinning toe hold. And this may be all she wrote for Tommy Rich. Tremendous pain has to be... Sullivan powered off by Rich. Rich brings him up. Came down on that bad knee with the atomic knee drop, and that may have hurt Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich already having trouble with that knee. Off the rope. Wildfire catches him with a vertical block. The vertical body block by Tommy Wildfire Rich. The count of 3, and it is all over. It is all over. The victor in this match is indeed Tommy Wildfire Rich. Now to talk to Tommy Rich, because you just passed one tremendous test, but you got an even bigger one coming up the 29th at the Omni.
Yes, I sure do. You know, Kevin Sullivan went right for my leg, you know, and I thought I was 110%, and I found out today with him, you know, you can't take nothing away from Kevin Sullivan. So, you know, I'm ready. I feel ready, and, you know, just like you said, Dominic, I'm starting with the Russian Bear, you know, the Americans versus Russians, you know, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, Koloff, I hope you're somewhere out there. We butted heads before. You've won a few, and I've won a few. But this time in the Omni, it's going to be a whole different thing, because I want to show the people that Wildfire is completely back, that Wildfire can do the job, you know. When I left here, you know, there was a lot of doubt in my mind and the people's mind, too. Well, I'm coming back, and I'm coming back strong, Koloff, and you're going to be a stepping stone for me, so you better be ready. It's not a threat, a warning, or nothing. I'm just telling you, you better be ready for me, because I'm ready for you. And I'm coming to the Omni with everything I got, 110%, and when I walk out of there, all them people's going to be hollering, "Go, Tommy, go."
let me just say on the onset, man, you really plastered him.
I don't have to apologize to nobody for nothing I did. But let me tell you something. I come here for a reason. I got myself a good partner here. I'm going to wrestle anybody throughout the world, but the main thing is I know what I can do. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Ted Dibiase here along with me, and there'll be some serious business taken care of around here.
Well, I know, of course, it was a time of adversity for the Junkyard Dog when you first met up with him.
That's right, Gordon. You know, not a lot of people in the area realize what this is. The people in the Louisiana area understand it because this is where it all started. But Junkyard Dog and I have been friends for some time, and when we came together down there in that part of the country, it was because the man was injured seriously. He was injured very seriously, and it was an injury that could have cost him his wrestling career. And it was a time when he really needed a friend, and I happened to be there, and the dog and I got together, and we formed a friendship and a relationship, and we have worked together as a tag team, and I asked him to come here and to be my partner, and now I've got all the confidence in the world, in myself and the dog. I've got a partner that I believe in and that I know is going to be there every step of the way, and we are here for business. We are here to wrestle and to show everybody the team that we are.
Well, of course, athletic has been your entire life.
Yeah, you know, I participated I had an amateur background in high school and college. I also played professional football. I played 1 year with Houston, 3.5 with Green Bay. You know, I've been through a lot of rough stuff. This is nothing new to me. Anybody, anywhere, anytime, if they want a tag team match, I'll take Ted Dibiase and we'll go out throughout the world. We'll wrestle anybody.
Fair enough, gentlemen. We're going to see you in action right now. If you want to... By the way, one thing, what about the challenge by the Freebirds for next
Our actions speak for themselves.
Down the ring.
From Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 230 pounds, Bobby Eaton. His partner from Texas, weighing in at 295 pounds, Big Butt Brannigan. Their opponents from Tennessee, weighing in at 282 pounds, the Junkyard Dog. His partner from Omaha, Nebraska, weighing in at 249 pounds, Ted Dibiase.
Ted Dibiase and the Junkyard Dog going up against Buck Brannigan and Bobby Eaton, and this should be quite a test indeed. Eaton double tough, Brannigan big, strong, powerful man. Dibiase in the red trunks moving out against Eaton now. Collar and elbow, and it's Dibiase with the arm drag takedown. Arm drag and twist, and to an inside armbar now by Dibiase Eaton. Coming back to his feet. The heel of a hand under the chin of Dibiase, trying to break that hold if he can. Fires him off. Dibiase catches him. A good shoulder smash coming off the ropes. Leapfrog by Dibiase into an arm drag takedown. Makes the tag with a Junkyard Dog. Boy, and you talk about a big dude. He is 21.5-inch biceps. And so, Buck Brannigan moves in now. Brannigan moves in. It was a Junkyard Dog with a quick arm drag takedown. And the dog using that head very effectively now on the biceps and triceps of Brannigan. Makes the tag with Ted Dibiase. Dibiase catching him before the count of 4. Dibiase, fireman carry takedown on Brannigan. Has him to the canvas. The referee checking the shoulders, and it is Brannigan catching the knee of Ted Dibiase. And again, the tag is made. The Junkyard Dog moves in. Using those headbutts to the midsection had little or no effect on the Junkyard Dog. The dog then hooked him with the right hand. The dog smashing Brannigan into the turnbuckle. And a headbutt that puts Brannigan down. Brannigan very wisely tagged up with Bobby Eaton. And Ted Dibiase moves back into the ring. Good shoulder smash by Dibiase. DiBiase. That time, Eaton tried to set him. A good reversal by DiBiase into a flying drop kick by DiBiase. Another flying drop kick by DiBiase. DiBiase catches Brannigan coming into the ring. Eaton charges a good arm drag takedown. And so, DiBiase moving most effectively. Caught that time by Eaton, as I said. Eaton will bring the fight to you. A snapmare, and Eaton. Sizzling right hand into the forehead of DiBiase. DiBiase comes out of it before the count of 3, however. DiBiase smashed into the knee of Buck Brannigan. Brannigan makes the tag. Bobby Eaton, a couple of cheap shots there before the count of 4, and it is Buck Brannigan bringing him up. A full slam. Brannigan pushing down across DiBiase. Now into a lateral press. DiBiase powers out. DiBiase smashed into the knee of Bobby Eaton. Once again, Eaton makes the tag, and DiBiase's got some problems. Eaton catches him now with the elbow. Lateral press. Once again, DiBiase out of it. Good block by DiBiase as he tried for a snap mare. DiBiase was able to block it. A reversal there by DiBiase as he charged, however. Eaton caught him with a knee to the midsection. Caught him right under the rib cage. Again, a near fall for Bobby Eaton. Backbreaker by Eaton. DiBiase again. Able to get out of it before the count of 3, but the tag is made. Big Buck Brannigan back in there using the flat of the foot. And you can hear the crowd picking. And a good forearm by DiBiase. DiBiase started to go for the tag, but caught from behind by Bobby Eaton. Now Brannigan drives the shoulder to the midsection. DiBiase using that foot to the midsection of Bobby Eaton, and DiBiase, you can see the Junkyard Dog reaching out, trying to make the tag. DiBiase, belly to back suplex. And DiBiase, weary at this point, moving over, apparently trying to get over to make that tag, makes the tag, and the Junkyard Dog moves in against Buck Brannigan. And the Junkyard Dog explodes. Now catches Eaton. Junkyard Dog, and he caught that 21.5-inch bicep by Brannigan coming off those ropes. Now makes the tag. Beautiful power slam by Ted Dibiase. Dibiase into the spinning toe hold. Into the figure 4. And you could hear the howl. You could hear the howl of the Junkyard Dog. Bobby Eaton looked for a moment like he was going to try and come into the ring. And Dibiase with that figure 4. Brannigan concedes. And what a combination we have here. Buck Brannigan and Bobby Eaton defeated by the Junkyard Dog and Ted Dibiase. Well, on Sunday, March 29th.
This match will be 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first from New York, weighing in at 265 pounds, Big Jim Duggan. His opponent from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 229 pounds, Wildfire, Tommy Rich. The referee is Charlie Smith.
Okay, Charlie Smith, the referee. Tommy Wildfire Rich going up against Big Jim Duggan. And Duggan is a big, powerful man. And so Tommy Rich has been facing a lot of tests since he returned to this great state of Georgia. Tommy Rich moves out, starts stalking his man very quickly. Duggan, powerful. And Duggan extremely confident. And again, Duggan simply outpowers Rich. Of course, Rich is a very clever wrestler, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. You notice that time, Rich did a very simple back out. Duggan, in his eagerness, charged in there, and as Duggan charged again, Rich had him with an arm drag takedown, and Duggan is outside the ring. Now, this is the thing about Rich, and as I've said so many times before, wrestling is not just a physical contest. It's a mental and psychological contest as well. And Duggan is beginning to find it out. Okay, Tom, first block. Beautiful reversal by Tommy Rich. Keeping his head down. Notice the wide stance. Keeps that head back. Duggan makes it to the ring ropes. Referee Charlie Smith calls for the break. Rich very cautiously moves back very swiftly. Collar and elbow once again, and it's Tommy Rich with a side headlock. And Duggan misses with a right hand as Rich ducked away. And Duggan has to be a picture of frustration now. Duggan rising to the occasion here now. And Rich may have made a mistake as Duggan has that tremendous upper body strength. Tommy Rich down to one knee. Rich trying to battle his way back up. Rich upends his man very nicely, and it is Duggan coming back to his feet. And again, Duggan showing that frustration on his face. Collar and elbow, and it's Duggan trying to outmaneuver him, but Rich gets a side headlock into a hip lock takedown. Duggan to the head scissors. Tommy Rich breaks away and is back on his feet. Cat-like movements on the part of Tommy Rich. Side headlock by Big Jim Duggan now. And catching him on the break, and Duggan using the elbow now. Here's where the tremendous power of Big Jim Duggan beginning to take effect. Now, Rich trying to lash out with a foot, but Duggan driving a foot into the throat of Tommy Rich on the ropes. Rich fires to the midsection. Rich catches him with an elbow. Rich closes in once again. Caught on those ropes, and Rich could be in trouble here. Big Jim Duggan. A lucky set of circuit. Beautiful move by Tommy Rich. Count of three, has him, and Big Jim Duggan outsmarted by Tommy Rich. Big Jim Duggan outsmarted by Tommy Rich, and Tommy Rich comes away the victor in this match. On Sunday, March 29th at the Omni in Atlanta. Heavyweight champion takes on Dusty after this victory over Big Jim Duggan. You're ready for a man like
Yes,
Colo.
sir, I've had two tests today. I started with Sullivan and Big Jim Duggan, whatever his name is. But Russian Bear out of Cola. It's the Omni, brother. It's the Omni. I'm coming after you, just like I said. I've been in a chain match with the man. I've been in all kinds of matches. I feel good today. I've had two tests. I know I'm there. And the Russian Bear right there, that'll be my last test, Gordon. If I can make it through that, and I know I'll be ready.
Well, that's going to be a tough test indeed. And I know all of you are going to want to be there because I know that crowd means a lot to you when they're cheering you on.
Yeah, and you know, and it's one big thing about it. It's almost like the Americans versus the Russians. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I want all the people, you know, it's been super. All these people, they're great today. And I've been getting a lot of mail. And I'm just glad to be back in Georgia. And Russian Bear, I'm coming out to you, brother, at the Omni. And I'm ready. You better be fired up because I'm fired up, baby.
There you have it.
Match for the National Heavyweight Championship. One fall with total TV time remaining. Introducing first from outer Mongolia, weighing in at 270 pounds, the National Heavyweight Champion, the Mongolian Stomper, accompanied by his manager, Don Carson. Introducing the challenger from Medina, Minnesota, weighing in at 230 pounds, Steve O.
Well, here's something that really ought to be quite a match indeed. The National Heavyweight Championship going on the line. The Mongolian Stomper defending against young Steve O. One fall with television time remaining. And
Guy's ready, Gordon. He's ready to go.
yeah, well, that's Don Carson saying the Stomper's ready to go. I can assure you this, Steve O is also ready to go. Steve O reversing the arm whip, catches the Stomper. Beautiful, beautiful high backdrop, and Steve O catches him with a drop kick. And the Stomper is outside the ring. The Stomper outside the ring, and this has got to be a frustrated man. In the event that we have to break away for commercials, and should a pinfall or a submission occur during a commercial break, we will bring it to you on instant replay. Instead, of course, we do have standby matches in the event it does not go the distance. Plus, as I said, if we're breaking away for a commercial and anything should happen during that commercial break, you will see it all, so don't worry about that.
I believe Steve-O's bit off more than he can chew, Gordon Sully.
Well, those are the comments of Don Carson. Steve-O, a very confident young man and an outstanding wrestler, and obviously is not going to bite out more than he can chew. Steve-O up and over his man. Catches the Stomper again. Another beautiful flying drop kick, and the Stomper into a hip lock takedown, and so Steve-O is carrying the battle to the national heavyweight champion. Carson pacing back and forth outside the ring, and it is Steve-O carrying the battle to the Stomper. The Stomper now trying to take a shortcut, grabbing the trunks of Steve-O. The referee, Charlie Smith, watching him carefully. Steve-O keeping that side headlock. The Stomper now side press to the side of the jaw. Steve-O keeping the side headlock on the Stomper. Tremendous opportunity for Steve-O, and you can hear the chant by the crowd here. Steve-O, Steve-O, they want Steve. Wow, Steve-O caught a boot to the midsection, put him down to the canvas. The side suplex by the Stomper into it.
Beautiful, Gordon Sully. Isn't that gorgeous? Now the man's on top of it.
Well, once again, Don Carson. And Steve-O turns into his man, trying to escape from that side headlock, the head scissors, rather. And it's Steve-O moving that head, getting some mobility now. Steve-O moving up on his man. Carson, a look of consternation on his face now. And Steve-O escapes from it, gets into the side headlock on the Stomper. Again, the Stomper gets the head scissors. One fall, in case you've tuned in a little bit late. One fall, television time remaining, the National Heavyweight Championship on the line.
Isn't that great, Gordon? Did you see that beautiful move there? Flipped him right back into that head scissors.
Again, Mr. Carson adding his comments. Steve-O again trying to battle his way out of the head scissors. They are into the ropes. I believe the referee calling for the break. And Steve-O hooking those legs. Steve-O drives a foot into the chest of the Stomper, retaliating in some kind for some of the abuse that he's taken. And for the first time, the Stomper becoming somewhat reluctant. And so, it's becoming more and more obvious that the Stomper and Mr. Carson had underestimated the total capabilities of Steve-O. Shoulder smash. Up and over his man. Steve-O rolls in behind him. A rolling reverse. Steve-O has 1, 2. And the Stomper in trouble, and the Stomper backing away from Steve-O. And Steve-O now beginning to uncork with everything he's got. To a rear chin lock on the Stomper. So Steve-O keeping the Stomper under control.
He is not under control yet, Gordon. He's just giving this guy a good match right here. And let me tell you something. The guy is going to explode. The Mongolian Stomper is going to explode. And this might be it right here.
Stomper ripping across the eyes of Steve-O. Now the Stomper using the forearm very effectively.
I told you, Gordon. I told you. Take a look at the man laying down on the mat right now.
The Stomper now using the foot so very effectively, a lateral press. Steve-O powers out before the count of 3, however. Steve-O having his problems in the Stomper, now smashing Steve-O into the turnbuckle. And Steve-O is going to have to shake those cobwebs free. Steve-O caught him good coming off the ropes. Caught him again in the midsection, and Steve-O battling back. Steve-O now fighting fire with fire. Steve-O brings him up. Beautiful atomic knee drop by Steve-O. Steve-O in with a lateral press.
Come on, Steve!
Has him in the airplane spin. Steve-O has got him up in the airplane spin, and this could be all zero. Carson starting to come in caught. And it is Steve-O with a lateral press. And now Steve-O after Carson was pulling the leg of the Stomper. Steve-O after Carson, and the Stomper charge caught Carson. Steve-O in behind his man. Has him in a rolling reverse. There's the count. 1. Wait a minute. Carson started to come into the ring. He's in the ring. Steve-O catches him a full body slam. The referee calls for the bell, but it was obvious here. Steve-O had him. Steve-O had the Stomper. He had the Stomper. There's no question about it. Ted has been removed to the hospital, and we're all waiting word.
Well, you know, it's very bad. I'd like to apologize to everybody.